Hey, what's up, guys? Today I'm going to be doing my 2024 NFL mock draft prediction. With that being said, let's get into it. Number one overall pick. Everybody knows who's going to be. Justin Fields got traded. That means we're going to pick QB. Give me Caleb Williams. Number two here, Washington. I think it's just they're going to pick QB, of course, but it depends on what player they want. Drake May has a great arm. Um, and he may get underrated a little bit just because of his own line at North Carolina, which is so bad. Jane Daniels, the Heisman winner, very fast, reads the field well. I personally think they're going to pick Jane Daniels, number two. Number three, New England, new start. Bill Belichick is out. Um, they're going to pick Drake May to revamp their franchise. Number four, Arizona Cardinals. Um, I think they pick a receiver here. There's been debate on if they should pick Neighbors and Marvin Harrison Jr. And I think Harrison is the better receiver and will be the better receiver overall. I'm going to pick him at number four. Number five, got my first trade. I got the Vikings and the LA Chargers trading. I think the Vikings will trade their 11th, 23, and a 5th round pick next year. And then Minnesota will get number five. Of course, if you're going to trade all that up, you know what they're going to pick. They're going to pick J.J. McCarthy at number five. I think they need this since Kirk Cousins is gone, and I think that it's a missing piece. Well, of course it's a missing piece, but if you can have a good QB in Minnesota, Minnesota is not a bad team, and I think they can do well if J.J. McCarthy is as good as advertised. Number six, New York Giants. Give me Neighbors. I think you can go either way with Neighbors or Alt. I know a lot of people I've been seeing on TikTok like Neighbors or want Neighbors on their team. I think they're gonna pick them. I think Odell Beckham Jr., Malik Neighbors. It's a good storyline with LSU receivers. So I'm gonna pick them. Number seven, Tennessee Titans. Give me Joe Out. I think he's gonna be the best offensive tackle in the draft. Fast dude for at least an offensive tackle, and I think very. I think he's just going to be a great player, and I think you can put him wherever you want. Um, Number eight here, uh, Falcons get Dallas Turner. Great edge, very explosive. I like this pick by the Falcons, and I think that he will help their team in the future. Number nine, you got your quarterback. Why don't you help him out with the receiver? Give him Rome Odunze from Washington. He's just a playmaker, He's a dude throw up and you can you can he's gonna give you good odds to catch it. I'll say. Um, he's a good deep threat, and I think that'll help him in Chicago. Number 10, the Jets never gonna have too much good offensive line, and Aaron Rodgers got hurt because of their offensive line. So let's give him Olu Mua Fashanu. Um, I've seen some of his tape. Looks like a great player. Put him at tackle. I think he does great things for you. Number 11, let's give him Brock Bowers. I think he can become a great player for the Chargers. I watched him in college. He was unstoppable, and I think he's going to do great things in the NFL. Number 12, Denver Broncos, new era. They lost their QB, but I think they're actually going to trade out of this spot. Denver's going to trade with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Um, what I actually think it's going to be? It's probably going to be like a first, maybe like a I don't know, like a third, four, and then like maybe like a six for the first, and maybe like a seven or something like that. But for this, it's a little weird, so I'm just gonna have like that. But I don't think it's actually gonna be like that. Oh, oops, my bad, my bad. Sorry. Okay. Okay. And I think Jaguars, they're gonna pick a corner out of Toledo, Kenyon Mitchell. Um, very fast dude. I saw him at the combine. It ran what 4.3 or something, 4.33 or something like that. Anyway, great corner. His coverage has been looking great. I watched him at the Senior Bowl. I think he's going to be something special in the NFL. I think his draft stock soared the last little bit here, and I think he'll be picked at number 12. Number 13, got the Raiders. I think the Raiders, you know what they need? They need a quarterback. And I think that they're going to pick Michael Penix Jr. out of Washington. I watched Michael Penix. He's a good player. He's not as good as the QB, at least prospect wise, he's not as good as the QBs at the top of the board here. But I did like his game in Washington, and I think if he stays consistent, he can be a great QB in the NFL. Number 14, the Saints. They need tackle. I think they're going to pick Talisi Fuega. Sorry if I'm pronouncing his names wrong. But I think they're going to pick a tackle here. I think they need some help on the offensive line, and I think he'll help them for the near future. Um, Number 15. Let's pick a corner here. Terrion Arnold. He's been going up on draft boards as well. I like his game. People had Kool-Aid McKinstry over him, but I think Terrion Arnold is the better corner. I think he fits the scheme with the Colts. 16, my Seattle Seahawks. Um, I think they can go a few things. I think they can go Byron Murphy, Newton, maybe tackle, maybe Troy Fontanu. But I think they're going to pick Jared Verse out of Florida State. I've been looking up his stats. Looks like a great player. I haven't really watched any of his tape, but I'm pretty sure he's pretty explosive. I think he could help the D line because that's the thing we had struggle with last year. And I think with our new coach McDonald, I think that he can elevate Jared Verse's. Not he's already a great player, but elevate him to the next level for the NFL. Number 17, the Broncos are up. I think they're going to go edge. I think they can go either Leatu Latu or Chop Robinson. I think they're going to go with Chop. Chop, I think, great player. He sets the edge real well. I think that he can help the Denver Broncos. Uh, Number 18, we got the Bengals. Um, I think, like you said, you can never have too much good offensive line, and I think that Joe Burrow needs some offensive line, especially after coming off injured. I think they're going to go after Troy Fatanu from Washington. He had a great year back or as a tackle for Michael Penix Jr. I think he could help Joe Burrow a lot. Ooh. Number 19. Um, Donald's out, and I think that they need an edge, and I think that Leatu Latu will help them a lot off the edge there. Sucks. Their D line has gotten worse for sure, and I think that you need a dude. You need an edge for sure. I think Leatu Latu can help you with that. Um, Number 20. Denver. Sorry, Pittsburgh Steelers. Um, they got new QB. They got Russell Wilson. They got Justin Fields. Russell's going to start. I think you need an offensive tackle to make sure he doesn't get sacked all the time. So I think J.C. Latham out of Alabama helps him get through there. I would have, Marius Mims, I think he's a good prospect and all, but I think J.C. Latham fits the Steelers. 21, here we go. Miami Dolphins. Um, Sorry. Um, I it's kind of hard. They need offense tackle, of course, but I think they're going to go with D tackle here, and I think they're going to pick Byron Murphy. I like Byron Murphy, and I think that he's my second choice for it. I'm a Seahawks fan, like I said. I feel like Byron Murphy would fit the Seattle Seahawks, and I think he fits Miami Dolphins as well. And I feel like if we didn't pick Jared Verse, that's who I would want as my pick, Byron Murphy there. I think he's a great tackle out of Texas, and I think he'll help the Miami Dolphins. Number 22. We got the Philadelphia Eagles. I think they're going to go corner. I think they need some help there. The corners are just getting old. I think the whole team's pretty old, but and I think they're going to go with a Cooper DeJean out of Iowa. I think he would fit well with the Eagles, and I think that he can help them. Since he's young, I think he had some speed. He had some versatility out there, playing corner or safety, and I think that he'll help the Eagles win some more games. 23. We got the Chargers. Now the Chargers. I was back and forth with who I think should go, but I think they're gonna pick Kool-Aid McKinstry. I like Kool-Aid's game. I said Terry Arnold was a better player, but I do like Kool-Aid's game. I think he could fit the Chargers DB, and I think he would help them as well. 24. Got Dak. They were saying Dak may not come back after this next year, or if they're going to pay him. But I think you still got him for another year. And I think you still got him, you might as well have a tackle to help him out there. So I think they're going to pick Amarius Mims. 25. Green Bay Packers. I got them picking Nate Wiggins out of Clemson. He ran a 4.229 or something crazy. Great. I'm a Clemson fan. I watched him. He's a great player. Great man coverage player as well, and I think him with Jair, it's unstoppable. You ain't gonna be throwing on them for sure. Number 26, we got the Buccaneers. I got them picking Jackson Power Johnson. I watched him during the Senior Bowl as well, and I saw he was just lights out. He did not let anything go past him, and I think he could help the Buccaneers with their own line game. 27. You already got Marvin Harrison Jr. And I think you go to the defense, you go for a D lineman, and you pick Johnny Newman. I've actually another player that would like to if the Seahawks picked him, but I do like his game. And he's a beast in line in our defensive line, and I think that he will help because the Cardinals haven't had the greatest defensive performances in the world in the last few years, and I think that he can help their defense and their D line, of course. 28. Bills. They lost all the receivers. They lost Stephon. They lost Davis. And I think that they need another receiver. Why don't you just go out, pick another LSU receiver, pick Brian Thomas Jr. out of LSU. I think his game speaks for itself, and I think that the Bills they're gonna need someone. There's the really three options. I don't think Keon Coleman's gonna be an option in there. I think Adonai Mitchell or Xavier Worthy. I think Xavier Worthy could be this pick as well. I feel like it'd be these two, but I think Brian Thomas is just the more defined receiver. Xavier Worthy is really fast, though. I will say that, but I think Brian Thomas Jr. goes there. 29. Let's go with Tyler Guyton. You can move him to guard. Your tackle is already great with Penei Sewell. And I think that he can help their offensive line. Jared Goff set to get an extension next year. I think he said something about $55 million or something like that. Something crazy. And if you're going to pay your QB that much, you might as well have someone helping them on the offensive line. So I think they go out. Oklahoma dude. Tyler Guyton coming to Detroit. Number 30. Baltimore. This is where it's kind of like Xavier Worthy, I think, is going to go here to Baltimore. I think that, from the combine, he was just something special. Ran, 4.22, the record. And I think he can help their offense a lot. I think that he's kind of like a Marquise Brown in a way. He's just he's a deep threat, and you do not want him to get past you, or he is gone. He is gone. Number 31, I'm gonna go with Jordan Morgan out of Arizona. I've been seeing he's a unstoppable on the O line. I think he's gonna help San Francisco because their O line, you can never have too much good offensive linemen, and I think he can help their offensive line. Um, and with the last pick, I'm gonna go with Kingsley Sumatia, another offensive tackle. You got Mahomes, and like I said, you can't have too many offensive linemen that are good and young. And I think that will help Mahomes have some more time in the pocket, and you know, maybe give him another Super Bowl, go for a three-peat. But this is my full mock draft right here. If you disagree with any of it, just let me know. And everybody, you guys have a great day, and thank you for watching.